we know each other. If you look at everybody that you know and you look at them and you know their potential, and we always say that, hey, if only you could do this, if you could live your potential, and they don't want to, they go another direction.
Actually, that's interesting because there was something I wanted to ask you because I've heard you speak before, and I almost don't want to put this down. I feel like people should be looking at them or something. So, but I'll put it down for now.
Yeah, good.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I heard you speak, and you were speaking about women, and you were saying how important it was in this day and age that we listen to women.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Could you all right. So that is what you said. Do you still believe that, or and do you want to expand upon that?
That was sort of like a threat. I remember when I first started talking and how the Spirit was reminding us about the women folk, and even some of our original stories had a lot to do with the mind of man and how they think about women. So when I start talking about we need to stop and listen to the women now, their time. So most of the men felt threatened because they want to be in their leadership positions, and they want followers, and and we voice no more the syndrome, the guru syndrome is going down. No more. I as a chief do not follow anybody, and I do not lead anybody. Zero. The only thing, my leader is right here. It's the only thing I have. So we need all to listen to our heart during this time around.
How do you be, so when you say women, I'm assuming you're saying women who are more connected to their heart.
I would say listen to every one of them because they're more connected than man is.
At the moment?
Yes, men are just brainy.
Okay, so as you stand before me, you're a man and you're a chief. So, and you're saying some beautiful things for all of us to hear and understand. So, is it through a female energy? Is it through a heart energy, or where's that come from?
Listening to my grandmas.
Really?
Yeah.
When they were alive, or even now?
Yeah, when they're they're on the other side, still here. They've got a different body, but they're still here. They still talk. They still get after you sometimes.
Really?
They're still moving. So yeah, my grandmas were basically my teachers. The animals were my as well. The animals they don't have what we have, and they're trying to tell us a lot of things about ourselves by asking us to learn about who they are as well, because they're teachers, they're family.
Okay, so you come from a tradition of maybe being told or having example of listening to grandmothers and the animals and
yeah.
But what about those of us who haven't come from that it's not part of our consciousness to listen to an animal or dream of an animal?
Do you have a dog?
I used to.
So you listened to your dog, right?
I suppose I did. Of course I did.
So when that dog was had his hair standing up on his neck, what does that mean?
Yeah, it means watch out. Something's
going on. How about when the tail was wagging?
Happy.
How about when he was growling?
Not so happy.
How about the tail under the leg?
Sad.
How about when he grabbed a hold of your leg?
I get the point.
He loved it. Your dog loved you. So animals, they talk. You just have to, cats talk. All of them talk. You just have to take time to learn their language. Everybody talks. So just sitting here, we have a body language. Your eyes, and they got science of watching people's expressions that will tell if they're BSing or not. Telling the truth or not. So our language speaks. Our body, our tongue, everything lies. You know? Everything lies. The only thing that doesn't lie is your eyes.
Don't look at you know,
Your tongue lies.
you know, it's funny because I'm sitting here and I'm enjoying this so much, and I've enjoyed you since I met you, and it reminds me of how, like you just said, you're a chief, but you don't have followers, or you don't want people necessarily to follow. However, you said it very well.
Well, the chiefs didn't have, the chiefs, they listened to their women. You know, they got their advice from their wives. And that's the way it was. Just because you stand in front of people, you made no decisions. The decisions were made by the people.
You know, that's interesting. Now that you're saying this, I'm thinking about the Druids and other. That's how they did things. The men went to war, but only when the women said it was time, and where to go and what to do. That's interesting. So what I was going to say is, I had a relative that was close to me, and an elder who demanded that we, the children, respect him, and we just could not find any respect for him. But we had another elder who was at the same level as he in tradition, family hierarchy, who just loved us. And we respected him to the very end, and still do, even though he's no longer with us. And that's what I was feeling here.
That's all about energy. You know, the energy that he put out was a disrespectful energy. So that's what he got back.
Never thought of that.
Yeah, so it's all about energy.
Which takes us back to the beginning of this interview, when I shared how you have this sense of everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And that's what you're putting out.
Everything is okay. It doesn't matter what happens, it's all okay. Because you created it.
Okay.
It's your creation, right?
I
Nobody else did it.
have a feeling you're creating some great things, and so
No, I'm just reminding people that of their creations and what they could do. You know, the law of prophecy is just that, to remind people not to depend on anybody else's prophecy, that they have a gift to create their own prophecy every moment. Don't wait for National Enquirer, you know, to come out with their stuff.
I'll remember that.
Yeah, you have that gift. You already knew you're going to do this, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was looking
You knew
forward
what you're
to
going to do the minute you woke up.
And I knew I was going to have fun with it.
Yeah, and you knew how much dew you're going to put on your hair. You knew everything, you know?
I did. What I don't know, if I know, is everything that's in this book. And actually, before we end this interview, I have to say that you said that your grandmother used to read books.
Oh yeah, she takes that and she just spins it and she throws it away. she read it just like that.
Because she picked it all up from energetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things that if you wanted to know something, she'll just tell you what page to read.
Really? Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I think I actually might read the words, but in the meantime, I might not be able to pronounce some of the words.
Well, you could just say those are the universal and spiritual laws of Creator. Now, the Spirit said that these laws were not given to you by any earth spirit, any spirit. They weren't given to you by any star person. They weren't given to you by any ascended master at all. They're given to you by God, by Wakantaka, the mystery. So I thought about that, you know, and that's why it takes a whole collective groups of people to carry the God energy, because there's not just one could do it. That's why you have to constantly go out, and, you know, to Just take it out, you know, let it release it, because it's, otherwise you implode. It belongs to everybody.
Well, thank you for releasing it on all of us, with us. It was fun, I was right. And I look forward to doing it again with you. Just because I like hearing it, do you mind pronouncing this one more time?
Makawi Chakpe Wichocha. Earth Starway, which is Universal Spiritual Laws of the Creator. It's a manual for the Galactic Federation for 144,000 people. That help with the evolution of love.
Well, we're grateful that you took the time to share with us this information, and I look forward to absorbing some of what you said and learning more about it, and to continue our conversation at another time.
Okay, we'll be done.
We have been talking to Standing Elk and to Chief Golden Eagle, and we're going to stick with just those two. I am Filippo Voltaggio, and this has been a special edition of Life Changes with Filippo at the Conscious Life Expo. Ciao, everyone. Yay, thank you.
We didn't talk about anything, did we?